أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولقد أنذرهم بطشتنا فتماروا بالنذر ولقد ردوا عن ضيفي فتمسنا أعينهم فذوقوا عذابي والنذر ولقد سبحهم بكرة عذاب مستقر فذوقوا عذابي والنذر ولقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر صدق الله العلي العظيم. Lecture number 8, 10th class. And how you remove the urea from your body. How nitrogenous waste component comes out of the body, which is the system which is involved in removal of nitrogenous waste component, how the digestive waste component comes out of the body, why there are organs, special organs in abdominal cavity to remove the nitrogenous waste components from your body, what is the composition of the nitrogenous waste components, why that is necessary to remove the nitrogenous waste components from your body, what will happen if the nitrogenous waste components will not be out of the body, how the nitrogenous chief waste component will be transported from the kidney to the from the liver to the kidney, where the nitrogenous waste components will be formed, how the nitrogenous waste, what are the tubes in the kidney, what are the cells in the kidney which will filter the nitrogenous waste component from the blood into the water. What are the tubes which are involved to removal of the nitrogenous waste component from the excretory organs to the urethra? What is the formation of the urea? Why urea is chief nitrogenous waste component in the human body? What is the function of the cavities in the kidneys? Why two kidneys are present? What is the location of the kidney? What is the size of the kidney? So these are the questions which are coming in your mind about your body. So today and upcoming lecture will explain the answer of today's question, and topic is the kidney is the part of excretory system. So who are the heroes of excretory systems? The kidneys are the hero. How many heroes? Two heroes. Two kidneys situated. Location, abdominal cavity. Where is the abdominal cavity in your body? Look here. This is the chest cavity. Chest cavity is thoracic cavity, thoracic thoracic cavity. Under the thoracic cavity there is another cavity where your digestive system is present. Okay, I know you want exact location of abdominal cavity. Look here, I will tell you. This is thoracic cavity. Floor of thoracic cavity is dome-shaped diaphragm. Do you remember when I was making diagram? I will show you after some time. I will show you after some time in the slide. Curve-shaped diaphragm. Curve-shaped diaphragm. This chest cavity finish curve-shaped diaphragm. You were studying in respiration system. Do you remember inspiration, expiration, diaphragm, dome-shaped, less dome-shaped, more diaphragm muscles, intercostal muscles, and under the diaphragm muscles the cavity, peritoneal cavity, abdominal cavity consists of two kidneys situated at back side or front side, back side and lateral side. How many positions I am telling you biologically? 5 positions I am telling you. Anterior position, not concerned here. Posterior position, the legs, the feet, posterior position. Back side position, that is the dorsal side. The front side position, that is the ventral side. And the kidneys are situated at the back side and lateral position, mean one kidney at one side of vertebral column and other kidney situated at the other side of the vertebral column. Now inside the kidney, heroes of excretory system, once again I will refer the kidneys are the heroes of excretory system because these are the organs which will remove the nitrogenous waste components from your body. How many heroes are present? Once again I will tell you 2 heroes. What are the structures which are present in the kidney due to which kidneys are able to remove the nitrogenous waste component from the blood? You are getting true function of the kidney. Confusion is there. Kidneys are not making nitrogenous waste component. They are not making. The nitrogenous waste components are being made in the liver. The liver will make the nitrogenous waste component, and first nitrogenous waste component will be ammonia. How it is formed I will discuss in separate chapter, but I will tell you that ammonia was the major nitrogenous waste component formed in the human body, even in all living things. But ammonia is very harmful because ammonia is not much soluble in water, 3 polar bonds which will dissolve less in water. But when ammonia will change into urea, in a urea cycle inside the liver. Credit goes to liver because ammonia is being changed a harmful component into harmless component by urea cycle, and it will be soluble more in water, and that's excretion is quite easier. Mean removal of urea is quite easier, and removal of the ammonia is quite difficult because ammonia is less soluble in water. Urea is more soluble in water. Urea mean it consists of more polar bonds. C double bond to NH2. I will write in next slide. Okay ji. Urea is more soluble in water. The liver will form the urea, and urea will be transported. Urea will be transported to the kidney by the circulatory system, and kidney will just remove the urea from the blood. This is important. Kidneys are not making the urea, they are just removing the urea from the blood and entering into a solution form, a urea form. Urea form mean the nitrogenous waste component. In urine form, I will use the word urine form. Urine urea difference, I am telling you, urea plus water equal to urine. So kidney has two parts. The cells which are present in the kidneys, hero inside hero. Nephrons are the heroes inside kidney. Kidneys are the heroes of excretory system. Hero of the kidney is the nephron, and nephron is the structural functional unit of the kidney. Functional unit of the kidney. If the kidney works, who works? The nephron works. If the kidneys are the kidneys, because of nephrons. All function of the kidneys are controlled by nephrons, but all part of the kidney are not consist of nephrons. So I cannot say that the nephron is the structural unit of the kidney. No, some part of the kidney consists of nephron, some part of the kidney consists of the cavity, some part of the kidney consists of nephron, but all functions of the nephron, mean function of the nephron, mean removal of nitrogenous waste component from the blood will be taken part from the kidney. So nephron will remove the nitrogenous waste component. When nephron will remove the nitrogenous waste component, structure of nephron becomes substantial. In this chapter, you will study detailed structure of nephron because nephrons are the heroes of the kidneys. I will use the word again because you know nephron are special cells. They are not normal cells. They have very different type of methodology. If I will compare any other cell with the nephron, nephron is totally different. Nephron has different attitude, different mechanisms, due to which it is able to remove the urea from the blood. Technically, some scientific rules will be applied in the nephrons. So nephron structure is the major structure of excretory system. Now questions are, kidney are the major structure. Yes, the kidney are the major structures, but the nephron is the major structure inside kidney, and all functions of the kidney are taken part by the nephrons. So what is the function of other part of the kidney? What is the other part of the kidney? If you are watching, the other part of the kidney is the cavity, just the space. So why the space is present? The nephrons could be more, so nephrons will be more, the more urea will come out from the blood. No, the urea which is the extracting from the blood by the nephrons, by the kidneys. Kidneys have two parts, cortex, outer cortex, inner medulla. Step by step I will tell you the parts of the kidney. Outer cortex, inner medulla, diagram I am showing you after some time. Outer cortex, inner medulla, and then the cavity, renal pelvis. Cortex, medulla with the nephrons. I am telling you two parts of the kidney in which nephrons are present. Cortex and the medulla, they consist of nephron. Inner to the medulla, cavity. This is the cavity I am talking about, the other part of the kidney in which the nephrons are not present. Other parts of the kidney in which nephrons are not present. It consists of a space, it consists of a cavity. The cavity is called renal pelvis. Renal pelvis is without nephron. So question was again, why the cavity is present, there should be nephrons, because the more nitrogenous waste component, more urea will come out and the kidneys will be more effective. No, because this cavity will collect the urine. Urine means the urea extracted from the blood by the cortex and the medulla, because the cortex and the medulla consist of nephron. Nephron function to remove the urea from the blood. That urea plus water will be collected in the cavity at the center of the kidney. The cavity is the renal pelvis. It is very necessary to collect the urine from all nephrons. This is not one nephron question. Many nephrons are present. All nephrons will enter into collecting duct. Collecting duct will enter into papillary ducts, and this urea is coming collecting duct, papillary duct. It is very necessary to collect this liquid at one place, and that is the cavity of the kidney. That is the renal pelvis. And from the renal pelvis will go to ureter, then urinary bladder, then urethra, and then the last opening by which the urine comes out of your body, urethral orifice. Don't worry about that, I am going to tell you. So two parts of the kidney I explained. One is the nephron, cortex, medulla consist of nephron. Other parts I tell you in which the fluid is present. In which the fluid is present. Which fluid? Urine is present. The urea which is extracted by the nephrons. An important sentence I have to speak. Nephron is which unit? Functional unit, not the structural unit. Structural unit not structural unit in the sense if all parts of the kidney, if all parts of the kidney consist of nephron, meaning in the cavity also nephrons are present. In the cavity nephrons are not present technically. In the cavity nephron if also present, that means kidney consists of all cells like nervous system. No. Unlike nervous system, kidney only consists of nephrons in some areas, not in all areas. That's why in all areas of the kidney. That's why kidney is the functional unit, not the structural unit. These are the words I was speaking about. Ureter. Kidney will give urea. Where? To ureter. And then it goes to urinary bladder. Then goes to urethra. Then the last part is urethral orifice, ORIFICE. I am going to discuss these informations again and again in the coming lectures, because nephron structure in detail you have to study. I just told you cortex and medulla, that is not the part of nephron, that is the part of the kidney. I have to tell you what is the nephron, single cell, important, substantial part of this chapter is structure of nephron. So many times I am watching this question is coming in examination. Structure of nephron. Even you are in second year, the structure of nephron, function of nephron, because the examiner knows the importance of nephron, because this is the main key organ cell in the kidney, removing the nitrogenous waste component from the blood. And the last definition you are watching in the urea and plus water is called the urine. Urea means nitrogenous waste component. It was in blood. When you are extracting from the blood and you was entering into the kidney, in the cavity, renal pelvis, the water is also there. Sir, from where the water comes? From the blood. From the blood, because blood consists of 90% water. To water according to requirement. Temperature remain constant. Which terminology? Last lectures, please remember. Students, remember the last recalling of terminologies, because I have to revise all terms again and again. If you will come in classroom, similar thing will happen, and I will repeat those informations, and you have to tell me what is osmoregulation when water remain constant. What is the thermoregulation when the temperature remains constant? Which part of thermoregulation, osmoregulation? Homeostasis. Any other type of homeostasis? Excretion. What is homeostasis? To maintain the balance in your system. Sir, what is the balance? If you have excretion, if you have nitrogenous waste component deposited in your body, and if you want to remove the nitrogenous waste component, that is the part of homeostasis. If you have the water concentration more, and water has to be removed from your body, nephron will do two functions. One function I did not tell you yet. It will also maintain the water concentration. It will not remove the nitrogenous waste component only. It will maintain the water concentration. Mean if your body consists of more water, the more urine will come out of the body, and water concentration will remain the constant in the back in the body. And if water concentration is less, the nephron will not absorb water much. It will remain in your body, and from the blood urea will be absorbed, but water will be absorbed less, and water will remain constant in your body. So water concentration will also be maintained by nephron, which I will tell you there are hormones involved. Next lecture will be about nephron, in which I will tell you how anti-diuretic hormone will absorb the water and how the water concentration will be maintained, how the nephrons at different parts of the nephron you will see, and how the nephron works, the proximal part, the distal part, the Henle's loop. These are the terminologies you have to repeat so many times in your life if you are going to study medical sciences in the future. Next topic will be the nephron. Now I am just congesting my knowledge, congesting my lecture, converging my lecture towards the kidney only. I am not switching towards the nephron. Reason is that because nephron is a separate topic, because the nephron is a part of the kidney, and that topic is quite complicated, and that is quite easier one if you understand. If you don't understand, it becomes complicated. Now kidney, outer part is called cortex. If you are watching the cortex, yes, and inner part is called the medulla. Outer part of the kidney is the cortex, and inner part is the medulla. Now significant point I am telling you, students, the nephrons which are present, cortex, medulla, sir, what is the importance of the cortex and the medulla? They consist of nephrons. Which type of nephrons are present in the cortex? Cortical nephron. Which type of nephrons in the medulla? Medullary nephron. Medullary nephron. One another nephron I want to name, but I will name later on. That is just difficult name, and that is not written in your book. For your interest, I will tell you when you will study the structure of nephron. Then I will tell you the name of that nephron, which is very important because that is the main the nephron which will remove the nitrogenous waste component from the body. Now I will tell you the shape of the kidney. Now you will be able to understand actual scenario of the areas of nephron. This is the outer part, cortex, you are watching. These inner pyramids are medulla. Show you once again. This is a part, cortex, outer part. Pyramid shape are medulla. These are the cavities. So these are not the cavities because lot of the blood vessels. So blood vessels are very small. So don't worry about the blood vessels. The blood vessels has to go. In second year class, you will study another topic in which you will study the all blood vessels, arterioles, venules which are entering into kidney. The blood role is very important because you know that in the blood nitrogenous waste component is present. In the blood nitrogenous waste if nephrons are removing the nitrogenous waste components from the body, that is from the blood. So it is very necessary to make efficient supply of the blood to the kidney. To little extent, when I will teach you nephron, I will tell some capillaries and arterioles, and two arterioles I will definitely tell you because that arterioles makes the actual pressure system in the nephron to remove the nitrogenous waste component. And I will also tell you there, because in the nephrons, I will also tell you one point, that nephrons are also maintaining useful things will not come out of the body. That is significant. Lock should be there. Might be removal of urea, also remove the amino acid. Might be removal of urea, also remove the fatty acid, glycerol. Might be removal of the ammonia, remove the useful salts. Might be removal useful sodium ions. All locks are there to absorb once again the useful components. That is the beauty of nephron. That is the beauty of the nephron. Just one cell act like a full system of the body. Amazing. Not only one thing is being absorbed, just maintaining everything at specific level. That will be, you will be able to understand. Now, I have to tell you renal pelvis. This is the renal pelvis. Renal pelvis. And then the ureter. Ureter. Yes, the ureter is over output because if you are removing the urea, that will come out through the ureter, and ureter goes to urinary bladder, and urinary bladder goes to the out of the body, which I will tell you. Okay ji. Now we are going to understand the Bowman's capsule, the loop of Henle. No, I am not telling you these names because these are the parts of nephron. Our next lecture will be based upon this renal corpuscle, the Bowman's capsule and loop of Henle's, which is the part of the nephron. In today's lecture, you will understand the pathway of nitrogenous waste component. Once again, cortex, medulla, cortex, medulla, renal pelvis, cortex, cortical nephron, medullary nephron, structure of nephron, you will study in upcoming lectures. All terms you will study in next lectures. Kidney you are studying. Renal pelvis, absorption of nitrogenous waste component. All nitrogenous waste component mean urine which is absorbed by the nephron will be collected in the renal pelvis. It goes into ureter, ureter opens into urinary bladder opens into urethra, urethra has the opening urethral orifice, Now the abdominal cavity where the kidneys are present. You can see this is abdominal cavity, and now that point I was talking about in today's lecture. I just want to show you one thing so that you are able to identify the position of the kidney. This is the dome shape. Did you get? Red line is telling dome shape. Dome shaped are linked with the respiratory system to move the rib cage upward, outward in inspiration, expiration. But here just I am telling you because you know the respiratory system better, you studied that chapter. So this diaphragm, which is a dome shape, under the dome shape this is the cavity. This is the abdominal cavity. It is also called peritoneal cavity. Two kidneys, lateral side, one at one side and other at one side of the vertebral column, back side. Abdominal cavity, back side. The back side is called dorsal side. Thank you very much, and you started your excretory system. Students, one point I will share. These systems are not only useful for your examination, they are related with your body, and you will get very useful information about systems, because if you wanted to know about your machine, and almost similar informations will be repeated in senior classes with much detail. If you will know these informations, the easier to study these systems. These systems complex level is at second year level, first year level. At your level they are quite simple. So because if I will increase the nephron knowledge, so I think I may require 8 to 10 days. So I will go according to your syllabus. So therefore, students, my advice to you, you have to study and revise these systems perfectly, not only for examination for 10th class, for only future, and to become medical professional if you want to become. Thank you very much.